this webinar is basically to show you about automation, to give you some insight on what you can automate for your business, and just to try to make your life easier. So I tried to put together some items that I thought were key pointers and key information for you all. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I will say you will want to stay to the end because I have something fun planned for you guys. So, why are you working so hard and still feeling behind? Does anybody feel like this? Are you just working and working and working and you feel like you're behind or that you're not really moving forward or that you're super stressed or just overwork? I see some yeses. Okay. And that is why you're here today, right? So, welcome to Automation Unleashed. So, before we dive in, just some house rules. So, you want to stay to the end because I have something planned for us. For everybody who attended. If you have questions, you can save those to the end. Just write them down so you don't forget them. And then we'll go over questions. I save time at the end for questions so that I can get through everything on point. Okay. Take notes. So definitely take notes. I know all of you received or should have received the freebie when you signed up for this presentation webinar. That should help you get an idea of some things, right? And then taking notes while I do the class will help you as well later on. And then, of course, I have bonuses at the end. Okay, so a little about me, your host. I'm Sweetz. I am Most of you know me from the community, so I'm an admin in RBI and I have my own community, SDHQ. But honestly, I have been probably the past 20 years working in corporate. I have done trainings, I have done resolution analysts, so I always kind of piece things together. And I'm pretty techy. So when it comes to automations, I fell into automations probably in 2021, I want to say. And I fell into them because they to me are like a puzzle. It's like you're piecing together a puzzle to make someone's life easier. And it is super fun for me. So that's why I fell into the automation side. And I feel like I wanted to share it with everyone because it's such a very good skill to learn to help yourself with automations and automating tasks that are very tedious or could save you time and or give you the knowledge of what could be automated. And even if you don't end up automating, it yourself, you can at least see what can be automated and then you can have somebody do it for you. So that is my background. I'm very passionate about helping others in the online space as well as in real life. But yeah, and I'm a firm believer that technology should work for you, not create more work for you because that's the idea, right? So you didn't start your business to become your own employee. You started your business so that we could have more time to ourselves. So how many of these sound familiar? You forgot to follow up with leads, you post content whenever you remember, your inbox feels overwhelming. You answer the same questions over and over again. You manually send links all day. Things fall through the cracks. You work on your business almost every day, and then taking a day off feels like it's impossible. If more than 3 of these sound familiar, then your business is running you, not the other way around. And so we want to prevent this, right? This is really the main problem that I see in the online space when it comes to digital businesses, as well as local businesses too. But right now I'm focused on digital. So this is what I see most. I see that a lot of this is a lot of people just have their businesses and they're just running them and you're just constantly running. So here's a quick little poll. Which one do you think is like that takes up the most time? Is it content creation, social media, follow-ups, admin work, which is like, the everyday kind of work, or everything? So drop in the chat if it's A, B, C, or D. What do you think? Okay, we have a little bit of everything. Okay. So we're going to go down and through it. So content creation. So the pain is that you spend hours writing, designing, and scheduling and still feel behind. Ideas pile up, but rarely get published consistently. So, how automation would solve that? You could batch and auto schedule your content, turn one idea into many posts, and let templates plus AI drafts do heavy lifting for you. So the content just ships on time without you glued to your screen and manually doing everything. This goes along with the content creation. So social media, same thing. Posting to every platform by hand, trying to stay consistent and falling off the moment life gets busy is the pain, right? And the automation that solves it would be writing it once, auto publishing it everywhere, scheduling weeks ahead, and trigger with auto replies. So your DMs, you don't have to worry about all that, right? And then your presence keeps running when you're offline. So I feel like these two, content creation and social media, go really hand in hand. Follow ups is a big one. Leads slip through the cracks because you forget who to chase, and the ones you do reach get a slow response. And then how automation solves it is instant lead responses, automated follow-up sequences, timely reminders. Every lead gets nurtured on time and nobody falls through the cracks. That's what we want, right? We do not want to lose our leads. Admin work, the pain is invoicing, scheduling, data entry, copying info between apps, the invisible work that quietly eats your entire day. And how automation can solve that is auto generate invoices, sync data between your tools, and let booking and intake flows handle the busy work so your business office can run itself. And then the pain for everything is you're doing it all, right? And that's exactly the problem. You are the bottleneck and nothing moves unless you touch it. So automation will help you build systems that handle the repetitive 80. So you step out of the day-to-day grind and back into the owner, right? Because that's exactly what we want is we want to be the owner, not the employee. So most entrepreneurs become CEO, marketing manager, customer support, content creator, sales team, tech department, bookkeeper, project manager, and the janitor all at the same time. They say get a digital business. They say just sell a digital product online, but nobody talks about the systems that you should have in place when you set up your business. When I started in 2020 with creating digital planners, because that's how I started online, I was like, I can just get it. I love designing, so I'll just create a digital planner and sell it on Etsy or whatever. Yeah. So nobody tells you that you need to have a system set up in place so that if somebody purchases, your lead gets followed up with, right? And they get an email with their product. And then to keep them coming back, you need to send them nurture sequences and keep your leads coming. They don't say you need to promote your product everywhere. They don't say you should have a website that shows your product stuff, not just Etsy. They don't really tell you anything. So, at least with me, when I got started, I just did it by myself. Nobody helped me. I didn't really have anybody to go to. I wasn't in school. I didn't have any of these groups or anything. I didn't even have Facebook groups that I was in. I literally saw, I think, a TikTok of somebody creating a digital planner, and I was like, oh, that looks fun. I went into Canva, made a digital planner, and I thought I was golden. I thought I was just gonna sell off the shelf. And that didn't happen. I sold I think a few of them, but I didn't know what it meant to have systems. So that's what we want to prevent. So somewhere along the way, you accidentally became the employee in your own business. You set out to create freedom, but ended up creating a whole nother job. And that's so me. I definitely did. I definitely still work corporate, and I definitely created myself another job. It wasn't just a business. I was the owner and everything else, including the employee. And that's no, no, no. That's not what we want to do. So the shift was that I lived this every day. I was sending out links, answering DMs, posting content, following up, scheduling, repeating myself until one day everything changed. And I stopped asking, how do I do more? And I started asking myself, how do I build systems so I can do less? Because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to start an online business so that I can have more time with my family, not just work more. So imagine this. You wake up and overnight, a lead comes in. They get an email instantly. They're tagged and entered into a pipeline. They book a call, a reminder was sent, and you did not touch a thing. All of that was automated. That's automation. It's not what you think. It's what could just help you. There's a lot of misconception about automations. And if you don't know what automations are or you're not familiar with them, then you may not fully understand. So automations are not robots that are just replacing us. They're not complicated tech or coding, and or it doesn't have to be. And it doesn't make your business feel robotic. Automation is tech handling repetitive tasks, more consistency, less error. You free to focus on whatever matters. So and don't get me wrong, automations, they can be complex. They can be, a little difficult depending on what you're doing. If you're doing like NA to N, that's a little bit more complex depending on what you're doing. If you're doing like make.com, the interface is a little bit easier on the eyes and, in my opinion, beginner friendly. If you're doing like email campaigns that's an automation, those look differently too. So it can be complicated, but you can accomplish a lot with just simple automation. So this is what an automation is. All it is a trigger, an action, and a result. That's it. Trigger, action, result. That is the simplest explanation for an automation. So you get a lead that opts in, a welcome email is sent, the lead is nurtured. That's the result. A call gets booked, confirmation reminders go out. Result, you don't get no-shows because you're sending out reminders and the confirmation. You publish one post, it posts to every platform. Now your audience grows because you're consistent. A sale comes in, your onboarding kicks off, and you have happy customers. So you don't have to make it complex. It can be really simple. For a majority of the items, it could be really simple. It gets complex when you have complex type systems that in different angles that you're trying to do. But if you want to keep it simple, you can keep it simple. You can create one single automation for different items just to keep it simple. Like when I was working with make.com, I would do a simple automation like Google Sheet. Like if something got added to a Google Sheet, then it triggered another, then it got sent to my social media platform. It was just a simple thing. It was like 1 to 2 items within the automation. And then I copied that automation and I did it for TikTok or Instagram. I did it for Facebook and I did it for another platform. I don't remember. LinkedIn, I think. But it was one simple automation that I copied and just duplicated it to make it simple for me. Now, could I have added all of those modules like in one automation and say, hey, if somebody drops, this Google Sheet gets filled on this row, then I need that information to go into, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at the same time? Yes, I could do that, but you don't have to. You can simplify your life if that is how your view is, so you don't get overwhelmed with the automation. And you use automations everywhere already. Netflix, Amazon, Uber, Google Calendar, Facebook. You rely on it every day without even thinking about it. How does Netflix work? It works off algorithm. You click on the movie you want to watch. It goes to the next screen. You click on play. It plays the movie. That's automation. Trigger and action and result. Trigger, click play. Action, plays the movie. Result, somebody's watching the movie. So don't overthink it. Automation is everywhere already. It doesn't have to be complex unless you really want it to be. Sorry, y'all. I pressed the wrong button. Okay. So how much time are you losing? Posting content, 20 minutes. Sending links, 15 minutes. Answering FAQs, 20 minutes. Follow-ups, 30 minutes. Appointment reminders, 15. Lead tracking, 20 minutes. 120 minutes every single day. That adds up to 14 hours every week. Every single week, which means that 728 hours per year, that's 91 work days and 3 entire months gone doing work that a software can do. All this that a software can do. That's wild. 91 days. Exactly. A lot of life wasted. It's exactly that is like the best comment right now. A lot of life wasted because all of the manual stuff that we're doing that we could get AI to do or, automations to do. There's so much technology out there now. that you can even have AI create your content for you and automate it and upload it to your socials. And you don't even have to do nothing but have an idea. So it's the possibilities are endless. Endless. Yes, leads to burnout. Yeah. We're overworking ourselves. So ask yourself this: what would you do with 728 extra hours? More family time, more clients, because you can put your hours towards promoting if you want to, or something else to get more clients, more content, right? You can think up more content, more sales initially because you have more time to spend on trying to get more clients, and then you have more sales, more rest, yes, and more growth. You don't have to kill yourself over trying to make yourself grow on social media or follow up with your clients or, try to do all the things by yourself. So the real cost isn't time, it is opportunity. The lead you forgot to follow up with, the customer you never heard back from, or who never heard back from you, sorry. The reminder you didn't send, the post you forgot to publish, the review you never requested, right? How are you supposed to get seen if you don't have reviews? Google is huge. If y'all don't have a Google business profile, I suggest you go and get one because Google is huge. Everybody looks at reviews, and if you can get reviews and post them on your website and everything like that, but Google is where it's really at because everybody goes to Google. Google profiles help people get seen. And then your reviews, those help your business. Everybody goes and searches. If you're going to search for some place to go to and bring your kids, what do you do first? You go look at reviews, right? I know I do. You go look at the reviews and see if the place is dirty or the people are kind or the food is good or, all the things, right? So having a Google business profile is very, very good to have for your business and it'll help you grow. And the reviews, you can automate that. You can automate that and the sale that never happened. So if you disappeared for 7 days, would your business keep moving? Yeah. We are definitely not sending our children to no musty places. You're correct. No, I want to know. I want to know what the review says about them. If you disappeared for 7 days, would your business keep moving? That is the big question. That's a huge question because if we are all the things for our business, right? Then our business depends on us and us alone. If we don't have the systems set up in place, how are we going to run our business while we're on vacation for 7 days and not look at the computer? Because that's the key, right? If you go on vacation for 7 days with your family, I am not looking at the computer. I'm not about to stress about my computer at all. I want to go on vacation and not have to worry about nothing with the business or anything like that. I don't want to have to worry about my social media content. I don't want to have to worry about my business running, about any follow ups or anything. If I have all the systems set in place, all of that would get taken care of. So, the golden rule for this: if you do it more than 3 times, automate it. So I have homework for y'all. Write down 25 things you would do over and over again. And you can start with these common ones: content posting, lead follow up, appointment reminders, review requests, customer onboarding, DM responses. These are like the general ones, right? But write down 25 things you do over and over again. Write it down so you can see what you can automate and bury devices in the sand. Yeah, most definitely. They would have to be in plastic wrap though, because I don't want them to get messed up for after vacation. But yes, but 25 things. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could write down 25 things that you do over and over again? I think you could. I definitely think you could. Okay. So now enough talking. Let's build some real automations live so that you can see how simple it can be. How does that sound? Are you guys ready? Are you still with me? Did I put y'all to sleep? Let me see some twos in the chat, please, if you're all still awake and ready to build some automations live with me. Two, 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 yes. Two, 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 two. It's ready to build. Okay. All right. I want to make sure y'all not sleeping. Okay. I want to make sure y'all not sleeping. All right. So let's see. What do we have up first? Baby shark. What do we have up first? Let me look. Let me look here. I want to make sure. Okay. So I am going to take you into I'm gonna take you into my version of Go High Level. This is my automation agency. This is what I use for all of my automations, my websites, my sales funnels, literally everything. This is just a demo account, but yeah, I am going to show you this because if you have Go High Level or a version of Go High Level, or you're in SweetSync for SweetSync users, hey, this will help you understand and be able to create automations inside. Okay. You can use this same concept in really any automation platform, but I'm only going to show you how to use it in this platform because I think that one, Go High Level is amazing. Yes, it could be very extremely overwhelming, but that's why I created my own agency so that I can help my users through any of their items that they're trying to create. So when you are in Go High Level or SweetSync, you're going to be going to automation. And I switched it around a little bit. I don't really remember the regular Go High Level what it is, but I think I think it's workflows. So we're going to go into workflows or automation and going to, let's see, the first one we're going to do is to set up a freebie lead magnet. So let's say you create a free guide to grow your email list. Most people download it and then nothing happens and they forget about you within like a couple hours. So this automation turns a simple free download into the start of your customer relationship. So first, we are going to create a workflow and inside there are a few different options. I usually start from scratch, but you can build with AI, you can select from a template, or you can import as well. So we're going to start from scratch. You always want to enable the save now feature because that is bomb. And then here is the workflow builder. There are two different looks. There's a standard builder and there's an advanced builder. If you switch it to advanced builder, your layout is a little different. It resembles N8N, but if you want to keep it simple, you could just do standard builder. So for this example, I'm just going to do standard builder, but there are two layouts. You want to always name your workflow. This is going to be okay. And then as I showed you before, we're going to start with the trigger. Right? So the trigger is going to be when someone gets your freebie. So we're going to search for order because it's going to be an order whether it's free or not. And we're going to look. So there's two different options. If you have it set up as an order form, you'd want to select this one. You can select order submitted if it's just an order in your store and not out of an order form. So we're going to do order submitted and then you're going to add a filter and you want it to say global product is, and then you're going to select the product. So right here, I just have two products listed. One is test. So we're going to do that one. Then we're going to save trigger. And now this is the trigger. You can also name the trigger freebie and it names the trigger. And then from there, we're going to want to do a few different things. So we're going to want to add a tag. You would just click on the plus sign. You're going to search for tag. And then you're going to add a contact tag. And if you don't have any in here, you can always create a new one by typing it out and adding a new tag. And that's it. And then click save. So we have our trigger that is going after the product is purchased or, they got the free product. Then they're going to be added a tag. So the tag is allowing you to segment when you send out emails. And you can do a bunch of different things with tags, but the main thing is just think about it as like a label. So a tag is like a label for your customer or your lead. So once we do the tag, then we're going to send an email and we're just going to search for email. And then here you can name the email. So what is the first? Okay. And then you can, if you have your email set up already inside Go High Level or SweetSync or any other version of Go High Level, then you can leave these blank and it'll fill in with what you have set up on your back end with your headers. If you want something different, you can type in the names here. The subject we're going to add. So let me go back and subject. And I already had these set up for this demo. You have a few different options. You can add a quick composition email. You can do from Smart Builder. So you can design from the editor, the code editor, or plain text editor. So there are a few different options. This is a drag and drop feature. If you want to drag and drop to create your emails, this is to do HTML emails, and then to create feature rich HTML. The quick compose is just text. So we're just going to do that for this demo. And take that out. And then the email, just because I don't trust the AI, we're just going to make sure that this is right. So if you want to have the first name of your lead or customer inside of the email, you want to add the custom value. So you're going to click on the little price tag, and you're going to click on contact, and you're going to click on first name. So then it says hi, and then whatever the first name of the person is. And then it's going to have your email. So you want to make sure it's formatted correctly, because if you copy and paste, usually it's not. This is where the link to your product could be. So if you have a Google link, or you can even use a link from inside Go High Level, or whatever version you have. If you're in the media section, you can click on the three dots and copy link and put the link here. Or if you have the attachment, you can also add the attachment here. And then once it's formatted, you can click on track clicks. This one I always click on, because then you know if your email was clicked. And then there are other ones as well. And then you can test your email. So if you put an email in here, you click send test email, it sends a test email to you so that you see how it comes before, like it goes out to your customers. I will say, with any automation, with anything that you're doing, definitely test. Definitely test everything. So then we have your ad tag, and then it's going to send the email. So it's going to send the email as soon as the product is purchased or they got the product for free. Then here's where the nurturing comes in. So we're going to wait. You're going to search for wait, and then you can do this in a few different ways. You can wait until the contact replies. You can wait for a set period of time. You can wait until a specific date or time. You can wait until recurring window opens. You can wait until scheduled date time, until a user replies, until the contact takes a specific action, until specific conditions are met. So Go High Level just updated this, and there's a lot more that you can do with wait. But to keep it simple, we're going to wait for a set period of time. And the action name, I'm going to name it so that I know. So we're going to wait 1 day, and we're going to set this up as wait 1 day. Whoops. And save action. So now it's labeled, so we know after this blueprint delivery is sent, we're going to wait 1 day. Then you can do two things. If you're going to continue your nurture sequence, you can add another item. So like add another email manually, like click the plus sign to add, or you can copy action. And if you copy action, it copies this one action. If you copy all actions from here, it's going to copy this action and everything below it. So because there's two right here that I want to copy, I'm going to copy all actions from here. And then I'm going to paste it right there. And boom, you have one other email and another wait time. So to backtrack, we have add a tag when they get it. They're going to get the confirmation email, which that's basically what this is. Then we're going to wait a day, and then we're going to do the new email. So this one is going to be the next email, and this is email 2. And we're going to just put this in here. I'm going to leave the high contact name because it's still the same. I'm going to fix the format a little bit. Be this. Change the subject line. See, I try to make my life easier in like every way. So copying, if I can copy an action, yes, I'm copying an action so that I don't have to add as much in. Everything else stays the same. This label is going to be this label, just so I know which email it was. And then everything else looks good. So see, that took me like a second to do another email. Now it's labeled this. Now we're going to change the wait 1 day to wait. And then we're just going to copy this one action and paste it here because I just want one email. I don't want any other wait or anything underneath it. I'm going to click on the email. I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to email 3. This is the title and this is the subject. And then I'm going to just make my life easier and copy this down there. Oops, that looks crazy. Okay, copy. All right, so now we have the last email. It has the subject, it's named, and it still has the contact name, and it's the new email with the link and everything, whatever you wanted to put, and save action. So then once this is done, we want to review it, right? So once they get the product, they get a tag added, they get the confirmation email, we wait a day, then it automatically sends them this email. Then it waits 2 days. Then it automatically sends this email. And in order to make this live, we would just click publish and save. You can, before you click publish and save, if you have your product live and stuff already, you can test the workflow out. In the settings here, you have other settings that you can set up or not touch. It's up to you. Enrollment history shows whenever your automation is set up, it's going to show up the information here. So the contact, where they came from, and then the current status. And then if you want to get deeper into it, the execution log shows each step that the customer hit. So if your automation is not working for some reason, come here. And if it doesn't show them in the execution log, that means that it didn't fire. So your automation didn't fire. The other thing to note is that if you're building one in this platform, anything that comes before, so if you have, say, people that already filled out your form and you set up an automation to go off of that form, it does not collect past information. It only collects forward information. So whenever you publish your automation, it starts from that point on and moves forward. So I will say that if you have previous information, it's not going to work. It's not going to trigger for anything that was previous. If your automation is not set up correctly, it won't work. So say if you selected the wrong product, it's not going to work with the product that you're expecting, or if you selected the wrong order. So say on the trigger, we have order submitted, right? But if we had order form submitted, that's not the same thing as an order, because order form is actually a form that has a product inside of it that people can purchase through. But if somebody purchases from, say, an e-commerce store, that's a different trigger, if that makes sense. So once this is published, then you can go out of your workflows and you'll see it here. It'll have a green published, and when it fires, when your automations are working, you can see total enrolled and active in it if you want. You can come here, you can edit the workflow, you can rename the workflow, you can open a new tab, you can draft it if you don't want it published anymore, you can move it to a folder, you can duplicate workflows. So if you have similar stuff, if you want to have this particular workflow if you have this workflow for your digital product, right? It's the same concept, because you're going to have an email for confirmation, a tag you're going to add, and you want to nurture. So you can technically just copy or duplicate this workflow, change the product, change the information that's in the emails, and change the tag and keep it moving. So you wouldn't have to necessarily do a whole thing from scratch. You can use it as a template. You can, well, you can't do this unless you have an agency, or you can delete it. So those are the options, but that is to get the freebie. So that's if you're doing a lead magnet, that's what you're going to do. So now we're going to move on to calendar booking. So imagine someone books a discovery call while you're asleep. You don't want to wake up wondering if they received the confirmation. This should happen instantly, right? So we're going to do an appointment booked. We're going to add a tag with the confirmation email and then some reminders. So we already have our calendar set up, which you should already have a calendar set up. And in the automations, we're going to create a workflow, start from scratch, and we're going to name this calendar book, and we're going to add a trigger. So for this one, we want to search for appointment, and there are a few different options, right? If you have rentals that you are booking for, service that you're booking for, these two are new options in Go High Level. So if you haven't used them yet, they're new. Customer booked appointment or appointment status. So we want customer booked appointment. And then you could name it, and it says who should be enrolled into the workflow. So the contact only, contacting guest, or guest only. We're going to do contact. Then we're going to go to filter, search in calendar, and we're going to select the calendar. So this is the calendar on the demo account that I have, and we're going to save the trigger. So now when anybody books in this calendar, we're going to add a tag. So we're just going to search tag, add contact, tag, and I'm just going to put booked and add a new tag. If you wanted to use multiple tags, you could. If you wanted to select a tag from your list, you could. I'm just adding that tag. Then we're going to do the confirmation email. So here we're going to, again, send email. We can name it confirmation email. It's going to be from name, from email address. The subject is going to be you're booked. You can put a preview text here too if you want. And then the quick compose is going to be here. We're going to take this out because I don't trust that. We're going to always click on the little price tag, find our contact in first name. You could do full name if you want, but I usually just do first name. And then you can add the information of whatever you want in your confirmation email. So usually when someone books in the calendar, it will automatically send an email out with a calendar appointment booking and your information. So the date, the time, whatever you put in your calendar and the link that you have. So the initial email from just them booking on the calendar, there's an automation for that set up already, like in the system. But you always want to do another confirmation email to give them more information. So we're going to do this setup. And then in order to get the date, you can highlight, well, if you don't have this information, you don't have to highlight it, but I just don't trust it. So I'm going to click on the price tag and I'm going to search for appointment. And then you can add in all this information if you want to. So I want to do the start date and time. And then for the meeting, I'm going to do meeting location and then that's it. But you can add more if you want to add more tags. Then I want to track clicks and save. So that's my confirmation email and my tag. And then we want to add a wait. So we're going to add a wait, but this one's a little different. So this one is until scheduled date and time because we want to make sure that we send out an email that is one day before the appointment calendar event because that's what we have. So the wait time is going to one day before the appointment. And then it's going to send out an email, right? Because we're going to send out an email and we're going to copy it. I'm going to get the subject, correct the contact name. And that's just a quick reminder. And again, you can add whatever you want into your email and click save. So it's going to wait a day. It's going to send them that email. So it's going to wait a day before the event. Then if you wanted to, you could add another one and another one. You could go and say, wait 1 hour before the event, or just like this webinar. Like this webinar, I had a few different wait times. So I think everybody got one like a day before, and then an hour, and then 10 minutes, and then I think it's when we're live. So did I lose y'all? Y'all still with me? I'm just checking in with you. Is this boring to you? Are you enjoying this so far? I just want to make sure y'all still hanging in there. You're sleeping good? Okay. I just want to make sure because I know we're already at that hour, but this information is like so beneficial that I just want to make sure you guys understand it. Okay, still here. Yes, that is the idea, to send emails over the weekend so that we can enjoy with our family. Yes, exactly. All the emails that you guys got sent for this webinar were completely automated. I set it up one time and that was it. Okay. So since y'all are still with me, I'm going to do one more email and then I'm going to move on to something else. So we're going to publish, we're going to save, and then we're going to go back. And then, so the next one we're going to do is a review request. So if you want a review request for your product or service, right? We're going to add a trigger and you could do order submitted, add a filter. We're going to do global product because it's a product from our store, like our e-commerce store is, and then select the product. So we're going to select this product, save trigger, and we're going to send an email. Oops. And this is the email name. This is the subject. Copy everything in the email format. Oops. Choose contact first name and a comma back. Okay. So this is just very simple. If they got your product, you're going to send them an email that says, I hope you had a chance to enjoy your purchase. If I've helped you in any way, would you mind leaving a quick review? And then you can just add your review link. So if you have a Google Business profile, you can add your link here. You can add the full link, but that looks messy, right? So we want to hover over the text, click on add link, and then you could add, you could add your link. You can change the text display if you want, and you can make sure that it goes to a new window. So that if you did that and say you made a hyperlink, right? So do new window. So now it's blue and they can see, oh, I can click that, and it just looks better than adding like the whole HTTP, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So then we're going to track clicks and save it and publish and save. So that one was very simple. You just select your product and then send an email review with your email review link. And that's how you would get a product review. So those are the emails, basically the email automations that you can set up. Now we're going to move on to something a little bit more fun. So for this one, we're going to go to content marketing. This is content marketing in Sweetz. I'm not sure again what Go High Level has, but it's where your social media planner is. And we're going to go into your social media planner. And if you have not set up your social media accounts yet, you're just going to click on add new, and then you're going to go in and select whichever social media platform that you want to use. You can set up all of them or just a few. If you select this one goes to your community if you have a community inside of Go High Level or Sweetz. And for this example, I just connected Facebook and Instagram. So this is what it looks like when you connect. So it goes and it backdates. It will also load. It's now a new feature in here, and it'll load what you've already published, and so that you see your items here as well. So when you want to post content, right, to automate your content, there are a few different ways that you can do that. I want to get to calendar view. Okay. So you can select calendar view. You could do month or week, or you can do the list, right? They're different views. I like the calendar view. That gives me a better view of what's going on. And then, so you can just come here and say, okay, so let's see, this is Monday. So I'm going to start with Monday. And whoops, my mouse was not clicking. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so because, it's late, okay? I am losing it a little bit. So it's the 14th today. That's why it's not letting me click on the 6th. Anyways, please disregard. Okay, so we're going to start on the 20th. So we're going to start on Monday. Click the plus sign, select your social media account. So if you have all your social media accounts listed, you can just click on all of them and it'll post to all of them, right? So we're going to select all of them. Then type content. So this is where you can write it out. You can use AI if you want to. You can use ChatGPT, Claude, whatever you want to use to get it. I'm going to go here where I already created some, and I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste. So here on Facebook, this is what it looks like. It has hashtags already in it because I added those already. And it's the content that I added in. If you want to create images, add images, didn't mean create it. You can create images, but you just add them. You can click here and then upload from your media storage. Media storage is over here to the left. If you click on media storage and upload, you can upload all your images there, and then you can just get them from your media storage. So this is what your media storage looks like. You can connect your Canva, you can connect your Google Drive, you can set up folders. You can look from all these different items to get your images from. So if you have Canva hooked up, you can click on Canva. It'll show you all your stuff in Canva, which is super, super helpful. That way you don't have to download and then re-upload. So we're just going to choose an image, insert file, and it's optimizing it. And then it shows the image in your Facebook. So this is a post preview, and this is how it's going to look in Facebook. And I have two Facebooks hooked up by accident. So then that's going to be on that Facebook. And then this is going to be in the Instagram post. Okay. So all you have to do is do that. You can add a first comment and it shows you what it's available for. So you can add a first comment, like say I wanted to add this as the first comment, or if you wanted to add your link in as the first comment, then you would just put that here. And your first comment is going to be here inside of like the post. So it'll post a post, and you know how Facebook doesn't like you when you add links into your Facebook like post. So you can always do this and then add your call to action link down below. And this is really helpful. So then once you have your items set up and you like the way they look, you can save it for later. You can post it. You can schedule it. If you're doing social media management for somebody else, you can send post for approval. So we're going to schedule the post and it's for the 20th and it says best times to post. So you can choose your time. I'm going to choose that and schedule. So this is a very good way to schedule out your social media content. And all you got to do is do it one time, right? So if you got like a month worth of content, you can just schedule each day and copy and paste. Right? So here we got the second day. So it's Tuesday. Let's go to Tuesday. Copy. Select socials. Maybe I just want to do it for that one that day. Paste it out. Add an image. Boom. There we go. Add the first comment. There's a comment. And you could post this as a feed, reels, or a story. I'm going to schedule it for the 21st. And we'll do 6 and 7. Yes. Angelica, yes. I thank you for that because I completely agree. And that's the main reason why I actually made my agency because when I got into Go High Level, I was like a lost kitten. Like their onboarding call was ridiculous. I had to have it like I think 3 times because they did not show me anything. And I have just been learning it as I go. But because I'm so intrigued with it and I saw the potential, that's really why I opened my own agency because I was like, this platform has so much that everybody can do and not a lot of people know about it or they get super overwhelmed. So yeah, I definitely love it. And all the changes that they're making are all for the better. Like they're changing the interfaces on certain items. They're always adding to it. The AI in here is ridiculous on what you could do. Yeah, I just really, really love the platform and I love being able to bring it to others and help them, right? So that's why I made the agency because it's not only just Prince, I know, overwhelmed. It's not only just here's a platform, pay for it and use it, right? I want to make sure my users understand the platform. So I even went above and beyond and I made I'm going to veer off a little bit just because I'm excited for it, but I made a tutorial section so that my users don't have to worry about how to do things, right? I try to keep them short or I try to keep them just like this pace, right? Because I want everybody to learn how to do it on themselves if they want to do it. So this is just a platform that I added in and it has tutorials that I did so that my users can be able to, see how to do different things inside of the platform to make it easy for you all, whoever is the user. Okay, sorry. I know I veered away because I'm excited. Okay. Okay. So this is a different look. It's the list view. So you could do the list view or the calendar view. I like the calendar view to view all of it at once. And then the list view is like after I have it set up, then I can like see what everything is. It's like a spreadsheet. What was I going to say? Okay. So this is how to do each day one by one. There is a different way that you can upload CSV. So if you want to do like a bulk upload, like say you have 30 days worth of content that you have set up already, and you just want to upload your content, you can upload from a CSV. This, I will say, is extremely useful because then you don't have to go in every day and do it manually, right? We want to automate our time. It's just a little bit more techy, but it's not doable. So you just click on upload via the CSV and it says bulk post upload. You're probably going to want to do the advanced format in case you do like reels and if you want the first comment and that sort of thing. The sample file, you want to click on CSV. And what this is going to do is it's going to download the file for you. CSV is what is it? I can't think right now because my brain is, it's a comma delimited. So it's a certain format that Excel has, and certain platforms need that for the data. Yeah. CSV is gold. Yeah. So you want to make sure it's the CSV file, but they give you a sample file. So it's all good. You can highlight, select all, and then click in between the rows to where you get like this cross, double click, and it'll expand all. GHL is go high level. And then it's going to show you what exactly like you need to do. So if you want to do 30 days, then each row is the day. So you're going to add the date and time all the way down if you want to do 30. And these are the date and time that you want your content to be put out. And then you can fill it in. So you can fill in your content. So what you want it to say, you could do your images. If you want to do images, you have to do links. You're not going to add the actual image. You're going to add the link of the image. So for example, if you needed to add the link of the image, you could go into media storage and the three dots right here, you're going to click it and then just get link. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you the link, the URL to the image. And then you're going to put that in. So whatever links you have to your images, you're going to put that in if that's what you want, whichever one you want per day. And then if you have a GIF or a GIF URL or an image or a video, if you have like a thumbnail to a video, and then media optimization. So we always want to have that true. Watermark, that you can do true or false if you want one. The tags, you can add the hashtags in here. You can add your first comment if you want in here. And then you're going to say what you want it as. Do you want it as a post, a story, or a reel for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn? If you don't want LinkedIn, Google Business, and all the other ones, then you can just leave those blank. If you want them added in, then you just fill out the information, but it does all of the socials in here. So essentially, you're going to fill out this file with the information that it's asking for, right? Just like the example. And you're going to obviously delete this third row and leave the other two because this is only a sample information. But you're going to fill this out. So say you fill it out and you do like, 90 days. That's 3 months, right? 30, 60, 90. That's 3 months of content that you could just put and say poof and schedule it out, and that's it. So CSV file is extremely useful. When you save it, you just save it, make sure it says it's already a CSV file, but make sure it says CSV, like save as, and then make sure it says CSV. And then when you're done with it, you're just going to upload it here. It gives you formatting tips as well. So it tells you the formatting tips that we just went over basically. And it says import supports up to 90 posts per CSV. So you can do 3 months per CSV file. And then you're just going to click next. And you're going to select the socials that you want it to go on, and you're going to review your content. Yeah. This CSV is really cool. Like if you can do this one, I would really suggest you do that one because it saves you a lot more time. But if you're not into doing the CSV file, that is completely fine. You can schedule your content out just like this in list view or in calendar view, just like that. Oh, what does everybody think? Do I still have you guys? Yes, Victoria, you can set up your whole month of August. Yep, my birthday month. Hey. Yes, the CSV is where it's at. Okay, all right. Let's get to it. Okay. So now that we built thank you, Angelica. Now that we built automations, here is why it keeps like resetting. Sorry. Now that we built our automations, right? We saw them live and we see what we can do with automations. Now we can watch them run. So if we had lead magnet delivery, the trigger is someone opts in for your freebie, right? They get the email, they get a tag, and then you can, if you want to take it one step further, you can make a pipeline and add them to your pipeline. The appointment booking, new call gets booked. You're all set. You can also do SMS automations as well as email inside of Go High Level or SweetSync. It just takes a little bit different setup, but you can do it. Social media publishing, you publish one post, it goes to all your social media platforms you have selected. Customer onboarding, customer purchases, and they have a great experience, review request, your job is completed, then you send the review request automatically and get your review. Yes, they also have it for TikTok. Oh, my daughter is a Leo too. What's the day? What's the Leo day? Yes, you could do TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media, the main social medias. Princess the 20th, I'm the 21st, and my daughter is the 19th. Get out. Oh, the 10th? Yay! Leo's in the house. Yes. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, do I have a whole webinar full of Leos? That's amazing. I'm loving this right now. This is the vibe right here. Okay. Okay. So here's the truth. You don't need more time. You just need better systems, right? That's what we went over. So today you have two choices. Which will you pick? Are you going to keep doing it all manually, staying their employee, keep trading your hours for tasks that software could handle, or are you going to build systems that grow? Step into that owner's seat. Let your business run while you focus on what matters. So if y'all did not get it in the emails, I made an automation starter kit for you guys. There is 30 plug and play recipes. So step-by-step automations you can build immediately. 25 audit task workbook so you can find your biggest automation opportunities fast. And then there's an automation architect GPT that describe your workflow and get custom automation plan for you. You got it. Thank you. Yes, I'm excited for all of us Leos and children Leos. This is what's up. So we have the automation starter kit. And I really put a lot of thought into this whole webinar and the offers that I have. So, and I have goodies. So don't leave yet because I have goodies. Whether you get the offers or not, you're still going to get some goodies. The next offer I have is one that I put a tremendous amount of thought into. So it's the VIP. Okay. So this gives you lifetime access to my SDHQ community. This gives you private strategy build session with me. So a one-on-one session. This is only for the first 10 people who get VIP though. And then there's a VIP group implementation call and a private VIP Telegram chat that will be open until the end of the year. So you'll get me for any questions that you have with automations. You'll have me directly in the Telegram chat, as well as we'll do a group implementation call so we can build together. Free lifetime access to my other community, which is the Vibe community. And that is more about accountability, and there'll be PLR drops in there monthly. And you also get $100 off coupon towards any automation build that you want me to build for you. So I just threw this together just in case anybody wanted something like this. I don't, it doesn't matter. Like if you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. But I put it together so that you could if you wanted to. If you want to get it for the $497 price, that price is only for 24 hours. After that, it goes up to the $597, and then you can get it after that for that price if you want to. And then for all of you who are live, you get a 10 automation blueprint. So 10 done for you automations you can put right to work right away. So it's my gift for you showing up and staying till the end. I also will say that, which I don't know, I forgot to put it on here, but this also has GHL templates in it. The VIP, oh, excuse me, the VIP, I have GHL templates, automation templates that are included in there that you get. I wonder now if I forgot other items. Just want to make sure because, okay, so VIP access, you get lifetime access to SDHQ. You get a private one-on-one session with me for 90 minutes, and that's the first 10 people. You get a group implementation call and a private VIP Telegram chat, free lifetime access to Vibe community, the GHL automation template pack, which is not included in the screenshot, but that's also what I offer. There's 8 ready to import GHL workflows that you can import either if you have Sweetz or if you have GHL or any other version of GHL. And so there's 8 ready to import JHL workflows and the $100 coupon that you get off of a service. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that I said the right information because it was seeming like I was missing something. Okay, let's see. Okay. So, do we have any questions? Any questions? And don't leave yet because I have some goodies, but any questions before I move on to the fun part? Yes, I'm so happy y'all like it. I'm glad I could help. This makes me feel really good. You guys are awesome tonight. Very engaged. I love it. I love it. How do you use AI to create content? Are you asking about how to use AI to create content inside the platform? Or is this good for physical products as well? Yes, you can do physical products inside of this platform as well. Yes. Outside of your agency and GHL, what other ways can we automate? You can automate using NAN. You can automate using make.com. If you're in my community, the Sweetz Digital HQ, I have an automation a module in there that I have training on how to automate in make.com. But make.com is a nice beginner friendly platform where you can automate in bulk content creation. I mean, you could ask ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, to give you 30 days, 90 days, 60 days of content for whatever you're trying to post about. If you use ChatGPT or Claude or even Gemini, I think they have a memory, so it kind of knows you, right? So then you could tell it, like, hey, create me content for the month, and then just upload that into SweetSync or Go High Level. Okay. Any other questions before we get to the fun part? So I'm going to let me see. I don't want to. Okay. All right. So, Natasha, if you want the GHL, just regular GHL, you can. If you want the regular GHL, you can use this link. If you want my version of GHL, which is SweetSync, you can use that link and then use promo code because I'm going to be nice tonight and I think you're in my community anyways. But use promo code SDHQ97 if you want to get into SweetSync, and that will give you a huge discount on the actual subscription. Now, here's the fun part. For the rest of you who have actually stayed on, I want you to I need you to drop me because we're going to have some fun. We're going to get rolling. So, who's excited to play? This was my most exciting part. Okay. So, are you ready? Are you guys ready? I'm so excited. How exciting was that? It was super fast, but it's exciting. So, we have Linnell VIP access, boo boo. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this so that I do not forget my winners. And I'm going to save that so I don't lose it. Okay. Okay. So we have VIP access. We have, I don't know how to say this, keys revitalization. You got a one-on-one with me. Natasha, if you want to come over to Sweet Sync, boo boo, I'm giving you 30 days free. Let me know. Let's see. Rel Gilmer. I don't know if I said that right. But if you are not in my community, or if you're not a premium tier, you are now if you want. You got premium tier, boo boo. And the real life of Bren, I'm going to send you a $25 gift card because you're awesome. So I am going to do this. I think one more time because y'all showed the heck up and you stayed to the end. And we've been on this for like 2 hours to the dot. So, who wants to play again? One more time. Are y'all up for it? Yes. Second time. Who's excited? Who wants to play? Yes? Yes? Okay. We're going to do this one more time. And then I'm going to have to get off because I got to go handle mommy duties. Okay. All right. So, the winners from the first round, y'all already got y'all prizes. So, you don't go into the second round. The second round is only for the people who did not win yet. Okay. All right. So let's run it back. Are y'all ready? They know how fast this goes. So get ready. Are y'all ready? Should I press it? Let me see. Can y'all say drop, and I'm going to press it. Let's go. Let's go. Drop, 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 drop. drop, drop, drop. Okay, ready? All right, let's go again. Ooh, look at you. That was amazing. I love this game. I'm gonna have to do this more often with my community, maybe with RBI. I don't know. This is fun. So our second round, we have Princess for Prez, VIP access, boo boo, strength of a woman. You got a one-on-one with me if you need it. Lisa Kumar. I don't know if you're interested in Sweet Sync, but you got 30 days free if you are. Lisa Kumar, premium tier in SDHQ, boo boo. And Tammy girl, I'm gonna send you a $25 gift card because I heart ya. So congratulations to all the winners. Let me take another screenshot so that I don't miss y'all. So for all the winners, just keep an eye out for your emails. I'll be sending the information out tomorrow just because it's late here. So I'll be sending the information out tomorrow. So don't worry, I got y'all. And if you have any questions, you can always DM me in school. If you want to grab the VIP or the automation starter kit, make sure to do so. The links are still in the chat. This replay is going to get sent out as well as I think I might just put it on YouTube for easy access for everyone too, to make it live over there. So I love y'all for staying on with me. Thank you so much for learning about automations with me. This was so much fun. I put so much thought into it and I'm glad that it turned out good and I'm glad y'all had fun and I didn't put y'all to sleep. The freebie is in the chat. Let me see if I could find it. Here is the freebie if y'all didn't get that already. And thank you again so much for joining me. Make sure to check in when I have another webinar because I need to make these fun and I can't stand getting on a boring webinar. So make sure you follow me if you don't already in school. And if you are a winner, I will be in touch with you personally. Congratulations to everyone and thank you so much for joining me on this webinar tonight. Bye. Have a good night.